Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to turn it up a level and we're going to focus on a recipe, and we're also going to focus on presentation, because the recipe with presentation takes everything up to a whole nother level. So we have a guest designer with us today who is going to show us how he achieved this look. And meanwhile, I'm going to make our dessert for today, which is fried ice cream. I love desserts. Most people know I love desserts. And we're going to make one of my all-time favorites, which is fried ice cream. And we're going to sit it on top of some wonderful goodness. And we're going to have a great show. Thanks so much. Let's get started. So guys, we're going to make our fried ice cream. It is a multi-step process, but it's so worth it. Before we even get to the ice cream part, we're going to make what we call the bed for our ice cream, and that's going to consist of apple pie filling, and you can use canned apple pie filling. We're going to add butter, we have raisins, we have brown sugar, and we have walnuts. We're going to heat this mixture up, get it nice and hot, and get that ready. And after that's cooked, we're going to then go to our fried ice cream. Apple pie filling. I've added walnuts, butter, brown sugar, and raisins. We're going to let that heat up really good. And we're adding the butter in there so it'll give it a nice homemade flavor, and that brown sugar. We're going to take that canned taste out of it and make it taste more homemade. And we're going to get this nice and hot. And then we're going to actually work on our fried ice cream part. So then when it's ready, when the fried ice cream comes out of the grease, we're going to put it right on our bed of goodness. That's what we're going to call it, our bed of goodness of apples, and we'll be ready to serve it. So this is heating up now. So guys, remember I said this is a multi-step process, but it's so very well worth it. You're going to start with ice cream, about a half cup of ice cream. And we have egg whites that we made nice and foamy, 2 egg whites. The secret is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. So we're going to use Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. Has cinnamon in there already. It's going to give us a nice crunch to it. And we also added some walnuts that I put all of this in the food processor to get it nice and fine. So that's going to give us that nice taste of that cinnamon, the walnut, that cereal taste in there. But the secret is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. So now your ice cream is really important. So the ice cream, once you get the scoops, then you need to work really quickly because it's going to melt fast. So we put it in our egg white mixture. And then we're going to roll it into, and it's a little messy process, we're going to roll it in our Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. And once you get it rolled, then we're going to put it onto our pan. We're going to do a couple of these. And it's really important for this ice cream to be super, super cold. So once you even make the scoops, let it sit in the freezer for an hour after you even make the scoops, because we want it super, super cold. And then after we've made our balls, remember this is our Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal and walnuts. Now we're going to put them over here. And now we're going to put this in the freezer for at least 3 hours. It has to be super, super cold, frozen solid. At least 3 hours, and we'll be back. So guys, we have our oil, pan of oil. That oil needs to be to about 350 degrees. So make sure you use a thermometer. If that oil is not hot, once you put the ice cream in, then it's gonna melt, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that oil is nice and hot. We took our balls, our ice cream balls out. Remember that Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal with crushed walnuts in there. We put them in the freezer for about 3 hours. Overnight is great too. You can do that even up to a week if you want to plan ahead of time. So now we have our oil that's nice and hot. We're going to use our slotted spoon, drop it in, and it's only going to take about 30 seconds. And then once we take it out, we have our goodness right here, our bed of goodness. We're going to put our bed of goodness together. We have it already set up right here. Remember, this is our fried apples. and our cinnamon, brown sugar, walnuts, butter mixture. We're going to put it right on top of there. We're calling this our bed of goodness right here. So 30 seconds. Now we're going to take it out. We're going to put it right on top. We're going to dust it with a little cinnamon. Put a little bit of Cool Whip on top. Whoop. And then we even have a little mint sprig. And there you have it, our... So guys, we have our finished dessert. We have our fried ice cream. Remember, we started with our vanilla ice cream. We coated it with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal and the chopped walnuts. Then we fried it for just about 30 seconds. We have it on our bed of goodness, our fried apples, walnuts, butter, cinnamon, and brown sugar. We have our guest designer who's going to come up and show us how to take the simple to fabulous in just a moment. His name is Reginald Madden. And in Kimberly's Kitchen, we're going to focus on recipes and presentation. We have a lot of good things in store for you and how you can make presentation beautiful. We have Father's Day coming up, Mother's Day coming up, Easter. So that's going to be all a part of Kimberly's Kitchen, from recipes and presentation. So let's taste this. I want you to be able to see that ice cream in there. Remember, our ice cream is still hard, and that's what you want, that fried ice cream. Our ice cream has not melted. We're going to taste it with a little bit of goodness. This is so good. So simple. The ice cream is still frozen, and that's what you want. We put those fried apples, that butter, the walnuts, the brown sugar, the cinnamon. We just got that hot and heated up. We're going to call that our bed of goodness. We put a little Cool Whip on top. We have a little mint on top of that. This is absolutely fabulous, guys. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have lots of good stuff coming up. We have our guest designer who's going to be up next, so stay tuned with us. We've got a lot of good things coming on Kimberly's Kitchen. Up next on Kimberly's Kitchen is our designer, Reginald Madden, who's going to show us how we take the simple to fabulous in just one or two turns of a hat. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye, guys.
Hello, I am Reggie. I'm a guest of Kimberly's Kitchen, and I'm here to give you a live demonstration of how we dress a table impromptu using things we just have around the house or in storage or whatever. See if the ladies want to do a little dessert party, chit chat. And then I'm going to show you how to crank it up and pop it up for just a little bit. While Miss Kimberly's doing the magic in the kitchen, I'll try to do the magic on the table. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a couple of table runners and just run across the table, because nothing's going to be on here but desserts. So if all this cooperate with me, we might be in business. So we're going to do 2 plain table runners, and then we're going to bling it out a little bit and give the ladies a little bling right across the middle. Miss Kimberly, can you help me for just a second?
I certainly can.
Okay. Just take
Hi,
that
guys.
one, and we'll take this, put it across the middle, and now we're ready. So, because she's got something coming out for you that's going to just shock you. So we're going to dress it with a few candlesticks, and I just made these candlesticks out of old lamps that I found at a thrift store. So,
what did you do with the? Tell us what you did.
I just cut all the cords off, took all the brains out, and just it left a little opening so I can do two different kinds of candles in. But today I'm going to use these candles that I've had for years. And what I like to do is use old candles, and I break them up after they burn down. So far, I break them up and just make them look a little ragged. So you might say, well, those candles, they've been used. That's okay. You can do that. So I have another one somewhere. Oh, here it is. Right here behind me. I'm going to take that one, set it there, and we're going to throw some other little candles around it to just And believe it or not, everything I have here except for the linen, I found at old thrift stores. So, we were talking about bling, so we're just gonna throw some bling around the table.
This is
And
so cool.
throw some candles on these. And then when time comes for the desserts to come out, I'm gonna go ahead and pre-place our desserts so that her main attraction, when it comes out, it will have no competition. So, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna use old Jack, make a good little stand. And then we got some other little pies that we'll have out by the time the main course of the star attraction comes out. And that's your blinged out table for girls, dessert and chit chat. I'm Reggie and thank you for having me.
Awesome.